And I guess what I find, the more and more I explore the fine details, the inner workings of my mind, the thought trails, the modes of thought, the energies associated with all of them. I just see everything more and more start to fit together like a large, obscure, hard to decipher and interpret puzzle. But it's nonetheless still coming together to make a sort of sense in my head. And the sense is that we've been duped as as humanity, as the human race. The powers that be have successfully executed a mission through their focus on the external world, primarily in the form of money, which is a representation of security as far as we are concerned in this realm. Through that, they have coordinated, and executed a perfect plan of mass hypnosis on the populace. This is speaking at least in America. A mass hypnosis with the intention of effectively putting the masses, the public masses of people, into a trance or a sleepwalk state, something like that, and to get everybody through clever and insidious manipulation to focus on the same things that the powers that be are focusing on, convincing everyone that the external things in the world, money, material, etc., that those are the important things in the world. Because they are the most tangible, I will grant them that. They're physical. They're in the 3D, the three-dimensional space, which is where the majority of us operate. It only makes sense for those of us that operate in the 3D space to focus on the things in that space. So it was easy enough to execute. Fear was the tool. The fear of social ostracization, however you say that word, leaving you out in the cold, meaning essentially that you won't be able to survive if you don't fall in line. . but it's a farce. None of us need money. None of us need anything in this life except our own relationship with ourselves. That is all there truly is. But we have been convinced otherwise. And it's really sad. Sad, but also very understandable. Because I am among the many that fell for the trap initially, fell for the lies. But there is one thing that I appreciate in this world more than anything else, and that is truth. What I'm coming to realize is, at the end of the day, there really is only one truth. And that truth is, I am. Or, to quote many masters from before, I am that I am. Perhaps putting emphasis in a different place than most people would. But that's a shout out to RJ Spina, I suppose. And you'll notice as I'm talking, as we continue to have this conversation, that I give credit to basically everyone else around me for the understandings that I've come to. Maybe at the end of the day, and the truth of the matter is that they're just remembrances. And not discoveries, that is. But it certainly feels like these things are discoveries for me. And I suppose we have the veil of Maya to thank for that. Isn't it wonderful? The veil of illusion. That's what Maya means, as my understanding goes, at least. We all agreed to this. We all agreed to forget. So it does become a little bit confusing. But I'm finally starting to understand. I think it's time that somebody else in this world understands as well. Because if there's one thing that has been a common theme of my life, it has been misunderstanding from people around me. It's been a challenge to overcome. Nothing's impossible. And I managed it, so you can manage it too. Or at least, as far as I can tell, I've managed it. Maybe somebody would like to tell me otherwise, but you know, it's funny. It doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks. That goes for everybody listening. You should really not care about anybody else's opinion at the end of the day. You know the saying, opinions are like assholes. We all got them. But I am wondering whether or not this is an opinion, because it feels true. But anyway, that's about enough for now. Till next time.